for a big game. I want you to follow along with me. Are you ready? First, I stretch my arms out wide. Then I touch my toes. Then I stomp my feet. Promise to you. Before I introduce myself, here's my promise to you. My promise is that I'll make sure that you have fun while we're here. Okay? That's my promise to you. Now you have to promise me something. Are you ready for it? You have to promise me when it's time to listen, you'll listen. Okay? Is that a deal? You promise? You pinky promise? Alright, let me tell you who I am. My name is Malcom. I grew up in Bridgewater, Georgia, which is way down south. It doesn't get that cold as it does up here. Now, I'm currently a player for the New England Patriots. But I'm here for a different reason. Can anybody guess why? Just shout it out. Dreaming! I play football, but growing up, I learned the most important thing for me to do, the thing that would help me become the best person I possibly could, the thing that would help me reach the goals that I set for myself is read. So I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of reading and how much I believe reading can help you. And if there's one thing I want you to learn when I leave here, is that in order to succeed, you have to read. Does that make sense? In order to succeed, you have to do what? Now come on, you can be louder than that. In order to succeed, you have to read. But I understand. Because growing up, I was terrified of reading. When they would call my name out of class, I'd put my head down. When the teacher would say, Malcolm, do you want to read? I'd shake my head no. And anytime it was popcorn reading time, I'd beg my friends not to call on me. So I understand how reading can be a challenge for some of you. And I can understand how reading might not be something that's fun for some of you. But through reading, you can become whatever you want to become. So just like I practiced football, I began to practice reading, and it got easier and easier and easier and easier until one day I had read so many books, I decided I'd write one of my own. But I want reading to be fun for you, and I want you to understand how reading can be cool. So every time I go somewhere, I bring a special friend with me. The title of the book you have is called The Magician's Hat. So every time I go to a school, I bring a magician with me that will perform some tricks for you. So on the count of 3, and I want to make sure you hear me. On the count of 3, we're going to make noise and get the magician to come out. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you listening? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. 1, 2, 5. You're listening. Are you ready? 1, 2, 13. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much. Everyone having fun so far? Yeah, perfect. My name is John Logan, and you'll never guess what I do. Magic. You're right. You guys like magic? Yeah! I do too. That's great. That makes both of us. I wanted to see, when I was around your age, that's when I first started getting into magic. Okay? And raise your hand if you're on YouTube. Anyone here YouTube? YouTube, watch some videos on YouTube, some cat videos, right? That's what I do. Now, there was really no such thing as YouTube back when I was your age. So you never guess how I learned how to do magic. I had to read. You're right. So it was we actually had magic books. So I figured I could show you the first trick I ever learned from a magic book. Is that okay? Yeah! Let's do it. Now I actually brought the instructions with me. I'm gonna put this right here. Can you still hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. Now I brought the instructions with me right here. And we're all gonna try it together, okay? And it's okay if it doesn't work because it takes lots of practice, okay? So we're all gonna do this together, so I'm gonna put these right here. Okay? Step 1, open up by saying hi to your audience. You're doing a great job. Okay. Step number 2, roll up your sleeves to show there's nothing in your sleeves. Alright? I want you doing that. Great job. It's okay if you don't have sleeves. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need it. Step number 3, put your hands above your head and wave them in the air to show there's nothing in your hands. You guys are doing great so far. Great job. Form a fist with your left hand. So it'll be this hand on this side, okay? So form a fist with your left hand, like that. So like this, right? Okay? Wave your right hand over your left hand 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And snap. Well, that's pretty good. That was actually a lot better than I thought. And hopefully, again, this may not work. It takes years of practice, but hopefully something cool will happen. Did it work? It takes years of practice, I swear. It's okay. Keep practicing. Can I show you something else? Let me show you something. Let me show you something else. So after I learned that trick, I was like, well, I want to read some more. I want to learn how to do more tricks, right? So my mom brought me to a bookshop one day. She says, John, pick up whatever book you want. So I got this nice coloring book. Okay, anyone here like to color? I love to color. I can't color in the lines though. It's okay. So what happened? So I went back home, and I couldn't wait to color in this book. But I opened it up, and the whole book was blank. Right? So I was a little mad. I was a little mad at my mom, right? I said, well, I wanted to do a coloring book, and, well, Mom, look, all the pages are blank. So I marched down to the bookstore. I said, Bobby, he's a bookstore owner. I said, Bobby, you gave me a blank book. He says, no, John. You got to use your imagination. I said, what do you mean? He said, trust me. Okay. Put out your left finger just like this. Just like this. Awesome. Should be this side. It's the opposite of me. It's gotta be the left finger. It won't work. Okay. Perfect. And on 3, read a magic word. I'm thinking the magic word today could be read. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So on 3, what we're gonna do, we're gonna point at the book and yell read as loud as you can. And hopefully, you have to use your imagination because it may not work. Hopefully it will work. Ready? Not yet. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Just like that. You can see the picture. Even the adults are freaking out too. I don't know how it works either. I have no idea. So I was really excited. I had some pictures to color in now, right? I was really excited, just like you. So I went back home, I looked at the book, and I said, wait a minute, there's gotta be something else. This is really fun. I want to learn some more magic. So I went down to the bookstore, I said, Bobby, you gotta show me some more. This is just incredible. I don't know how this is working. He says, John, it's all in your imagination. I said, what do you mean? He says, okay, I'll show you again. Now everyone lift up their right finger this time. Yeah, over here. And just like this, so you see all the pages, the pictures there. On 3, point again and yell read. Hopefully, if you use your imagination, hopefully something cool will happen. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, you see it happen? if I yell like this, can you hear me? Perfect. Okay, here's what we're going to do here. If I have all these, I have 6 cups here. Blue, orange, green, black, red, and purple. Okay? Now, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I put little invisible balls on the table beforehand. Did anyone see them? Okay, but I would have freaked out if you said yes. Okay. So I have a blue ball right here, and I'm going to put it, the blue cup, over the blue ball. With me so far? We got the orange ball here. Put the orange cup over the orange ball. Got the green cup here, over the green ball. Are you with me right now? With the black cup, with black ball, red cup, purple, purple. Everyone good so far? What do I do? I need 2 people to help me out here. We'll use you right there. I saw your hand first, right there, yep. And we'll use we'll use you in the Spider-Man costume right there. Stay right there, don't move. Don't move. Perfect. What's your name? See you like you're going to have a very important job, Kayla. Okay? Raise your hand if you know Kayla. I know her too now. This is good. Kayla, bring your hand just like this. We're going to stand right here. What are we going to do? Are we going to fold this just like that? Perfect. Now, Kayla, if I threw you something, what hand would you catch it with? Would you catch it with this one? Perfect. We're going to test out your ability now. I want you to put this hand behind your back. Perfect. Don't move it. We're going to test out your ability with the opposite hand in a second. Okay? Perfect. What's your name? Madeline, what's your name? Hunter. Hunter Madeline. Come over here for me, guys. Perfect. Perfect. You're going to help me with my helpers, all right? Madeline, I want you to name any color you want here. We have blue, orange, green, black, red, or purple. Green. Perfect. So if we divide these right in the middle, we have 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So we're going to get rid of the ones on this side because you chose green. That makes sense? Okay, Hunter, you're going to help me out here, buddy. Okay. Over here. Perfect. Great job. I want you to lift up the blue cup for me. Lift up the blue cup. Right there. Yep. There's a little invisible ball right there. Take that for me. Perfect. Just throw it in the audience. Right here. There you go. Yeah, throw it again. A little further. Good catch, though. That was a good catch. That was a really good catch. Yeah, you threw it. We don't need that. So what you do, pick up the orange cup for me. Pick up the orange cup. Pick up the orange balls right there. Throw in the audience. We don't need that, okay? We don't need that. Green cup for me. Throw in the audience. Perfect. Okay. Use the microphone a little bit. Lose my voice here. Now, it was Madeline, right? Madeline, we have black, red, or purple. Name one for me. Purple. Perfect. Can you name one for me? The red, perfect. Okay, what do we do? We're going to get rid of the black one. Get rid of the black one, okay? Lift up the black one for me. Take the black ball right there. Throw it in the audience. Perfect. Perfect. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, what are we going to do here? I'm going to take this Patriots playing card and put it over the red one or over the purple one. Perfect. So we'll take the purple one, lift up the purple cup for me, and throw the purple ball in the audience. You can do that. Perfect. Awesome. Now, what we're going to do here, this is what we're going to do. We're left with the red one. How are you doing over there? Fantastic. On three. Now all the balls are in the audience, but there's still an invisible ball on the table, the red ball, one that we're left with, okay? But we want to make it visible. So I need everyone to put up both their fingers this time. 2 fingers, perfect. And on 3, I want you to imagine the red ball coming to life. and point your fingers at the red cup. When I say 3, you're going to yell read, and when they yell read, Madeline, you pick up the red cup. Not yet, though. Not yet. It hasn't happened yet. I'll let you know what happens. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That is really freaky, isn't it? Let's do something else. Can we do something else? How are you doing over there? Perfect. Can you two come over here for me? Can you two come over here? Keep that Parker, you're doing a great job. Now when you read red. So we're going to take it a step further. We're going to take it a step further. I actually have invisible magic markers with me. And you had what was it? Red? Okay, the red one is right here. I'm going to take the red marker. Yeah, so you chose red. So we're going to take the red marker. Okay, only know who it's Hunter? Who's Hunter, right? Okay. So not Peter Parker? Okay, perfect. Okay. Put it in for just like this, Hunter. Perfect. I'm going to roll those sleeves up. The red marker. I'm going to take the red marker. I'm going to put a little dot right in your hand to me. It's invisible, though. We don't need the red marker anymore. And I'll show you it's invisible, right? You can't really see it. You can't see it, right? How you doing over there? Good, okay. Now what you're going to do, do you know who Tom Brady is? Okay. Do you know who Malcom Mitchell is? Okay, I do too. What you're going to do your best Tom Brady throw, okay? And you're going to do your best Malcom Mitchell catch with your hand that's out right now. Not yet though, okay? We have an invisible red dot here on Hunter's hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Throw it and catch it. Look in your hand. Show the audience. Oh my goodness. Well, that's all my time, folks. I appreciate it. I'll let Malcom take the stage down. You look fantastic.
Yes. I need my card. And I need one person from the audience.
Oh man, you chose a good one. Do you know what you're doing? I don't know what you're gonna do.
I got it.
Okay. The mic stand?
Okay, are you ready for my trick? Okay, I want you to stand right here in the middle where everyone can see you. Now my trick takes a bit of reading, as you could guess. So I have my instructions here. And as I go along, I want you to perform what I'm saying.
Okay.
At the end, maybe some magic will happen. Can you tell me your name? Caleb? Caleb, now, I want you to remember you asked for this, okay? Because I said you want to come up here, you're like this, somewhere there. So are you ready? All right, here's what I need for my trick. I have my volunteer. What I need next is, does anybody have any orange juice? You have orange juice? You saw orange juice? Okay, grab, whose orange juice is that?
Mine.
Can I have it?
Can we borrow it?
Can I have it? All right. Also need a cup. There's 6 up here. You can use my cup. You can use
Can I
it.
use it?
That's fine. Okay, are you ready for the next step?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Step 1. Caleb, you just stay right there. Step 1. Pour the orange juice into the cup.
Alright. You want some orange juice? Okay.
Did you pour some in there?
Yep.
All right. Step 2. Take the cup of orange juice and hold it over a person's head. place a piece of paper over the top of the cup. Does anyone have any paper? Okay, step 4. Step 4. Caleb, you asked for this. You're raising your hand. Are you ready for step 4? Are you still okay? Okay. Step 4. Is everybody listening? Flip over the cup and place it on top of a person's head. Are you ready? You gotta flip it fast and then start out. Ready? Spin a little bit. Right there. Get that little bit. Are you pressing that hard?
Yeah, it should be hard. Just don't move. Should be okay. We'll spill a little bit. What's next? What are you doing?
Well, I had
What's going on?
another sheet of paper.
What? Next step?
Well, yeah, this is just step 1 through 5. I need my other sheet with the other steps on it.
Okay, let's see other.
That's my piece of paper. I need to get it. Okay, we're gonna pull it out really fast.
Ready?
Hold on. Are you ready? Are you okay? I gotta finish the trick, alright? Are you ready? Okay.
Start a little bit.
Caleb.
I apologize for the bad hair day.
Caleb, does orange look good on you? Step 6. Do not remove the piece of paper.
Wait. We're not supposed to do what we just did.
Should I finish the trick? Okay. We're going to finish the trick. This is what I need you to do. I want everybody to raise one finger. On the count of 3, I want you to use your favorite magic word and point at the cup. On the count of 3. And when you do that, we're going to have our magician lift the cup. Now, Caleb, I hope you like orange juice, okay? If you don't like it, okay, this might be a problem. Are you ready? Are you ready? Right hand on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brothers at home and one of my friends that I had from kindergarten wanted me named Goa Johnny to do this.
I'm glad you came up here, okay? Everybody give him one. Everybody have fun? Okay, now remember what you promised me at the beginning? What did you promise me? promise me you listen, right? Okay, I need you to listen because I want to tell you a story. Are you ready? When I was your age, every day I'd come home from school, and this is how I would look. And my mom would say, Malcolm, what's wrong? I say, nothing, I just had a bad day. She said, you want to tell me about it? I said, no, I'm okay. And the next day I came home from school, and I looked like this. My mom said, Malcolm, what's wrong? I said, nothing, Mom, just having a bad day. She said, do you want to tell me about it? I said, no, I'm okay. The next day, guess how I came home?
Same one.
Like this. My mom said, Malcolm, what's wrong? And this time you have to tell me, because I'm worried about you. I said, okay, Mom, I'll tell you what's wrong. I said, school's not going that well. I can't read, I don't have a lot of friends. Life is just too tough. I said, Mom, I really need to learn how to read. She said, okay, now can you follow me to the kitchen? I said, Mom, wait a minute. I said, Mom, I just told you I can't read that well. I need to learn words. I don't need food. I'm not hungry. She said, Malcolm, follow me to the kitchen. So I listened to my mom, and I followed her to the kitchen. She told me to sit down at the table. So I sat down at the table, and I watched my mom go to the cabinet and pull out 3 pots. How many pots did she pull out? 3. She pulled out 3 pots, filled each pot with water, put them on the stove, and then turned the stove on. What happens next? The water begins to boil. Then I watched my mom go back to the refrigerator and pull out a carrot. And I'm at the table thinking, Mom, I'm not hungry. I need to learn words. I don't need food. My mom has lost her mind because I'm having problems reading, and that's making me have a bad day, and my mom's cooking food. So she went to the refrigerator, pulled the carrot out, put it into the first pot. What's in the first pot? How many pots are there? 3. Okay, you're listening. Then she goes back to the refrigerator and pulls out an egg. She puts the egg into the second pot. What's in the second pot? What's in the first pot? How many pots are there? 3. I watch my mom go to the cabinet and she pulls out coffee beans and pours them into the third pot. What's in the third pot? Coffee. What's in the second pot? What's in the first pot? How many pots are there? 3. So my mom puts all 3 items into each pot, and then the water begins to boil. And I'm sitting at the table thinking my mom has lost her mind because I need to learn how to read. I am not hungry. But we wait for about 20 minutes, and then my mom gets back up, goes to another cabinet, pulls out 3 bowls. How many bowls does she pull out? 3. She pulls out 3 bowls, and then she goes to the first pot. What's in the first pot? Carrot. She takes the carrot out of the first pot and puts it into the first bowl. She goes to the second pot, gets an egg, and puts it into the second bowl. And then she pours the coffee into the third bowl. My mom placed all 3 bowls in front of me, and she said, Malcolm, what do you see? This is a simple enough answer, right? In the first pot, in this first bowl, I see a carrot. Second bowl, I see egg. Third bowl, coffee. That's the same thing I told my mom. My mom said, nope, you're wrong. I said, well, Mom, I don't understand. Can you explain it to me? And this is where I really want you to listen. My mom said, when I took the carrot out of the refrigerator, it was hard. I put it into the boiling water, a challenge, something that was tough for her to deal with, and it became soft. My mom said when I took the egg out of the refrigerator, it was fragile. You drop it, cracks open, right? It went into the boiling water, a challenge, something that was tough for it to deal with, and it became hard. The coffee beans did something special. My mom said the coffee beans did something special because instead of going into the boiling water, something that was tough for it instead of it changing the coffee beans actually changed the water into coffee. She said, Malcolm, in life, and growing up, you'll face challenges, things that are tough for you to deal with. But you have three choices. You can be like a carrot and go in hard and come out soft. You can be like the egg, go in soft, come out hard. You can be special like the coffee beans and change your situation. And can you guess what my biggest challenge was growing up? Reading. So my challenge was not boiling water, but my challenge was reading. When I was your age, I was scared. But as I grew up, I became like the coffee beans and began to accept the challenge. Instead of letting reading affect me, I began to use reading as a way to change myself and use it as a way to help people understand that they can become whatever they want to be. They just needed to read. And that's how I came up with the idea of the Magician's Hat, the book that you have in your hands. The Magician's Hat is a book that encourages kids through reading they can reach all of their goals. And I want to do something for you that I was terrified of doing when I was your age. I want to read the book aloud to you. Can I do that? Yeah! Now, I want you to follow along with me. So as I read, I want you to flip the pages and stay with me, okay? Let me grab So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to open to the page I want you to start on. I'm going to hold it up. But I have a really good friend of mine who's going to make sure you stay along on the same pages with me, and just in case you get lost. So she's going to stay on the same page that I'm on. And if you get lost, you can look up and see her bigger book so you can catch up and be on the right page too. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Now when I get to the first page, I want you to hold your book up. So I know that you're on the right page and that everyone's ready to start. So we'll start on this page. Everybody ready? Okay, let's begin. Everyone ready? Yeah. Perfect. Family Fun Day at the library was filled with exciting events. Book scavenger hunts, storytelling, reading rallies. Today, for the first time, a magician arrived with a bag of tricks and a big hat. Everyone gathered around to see the magician perform. He bent a spoon just by looking at it. He made playing cards float in front of his nose. The magician could even make a coin appear from a puppy's ear. When he waved his wand, a banana vanished. This was just the warm-up act. Now the magician was ready to dazzle the crowd with his favorite trick of all. The magician's magic started with a story. When I was a kid, my mom and dad brought me to this library on Family Fun Day. During the book scavenger hunt, I wandered into the reading room. There were hundreds of books. Books about dogs, books about planes, books about the sun, flowers, rain, cities, and circus dances. Out of the hundreds of books, one special book jumped out at me. It was a book about magic. I read and read and read every single word on every single page. I discovered that book wasn't just about magic. I learned that books are magic. Even though I was still in the library, those pages and words took me places I had always dreamed of going. This is how I knew I wanted to become a magician when I grew up. Soon after that, I got my magician's hat. The family-funded crowd had grown. Kids from all over town were eager to see more of the magician's magic. He asked them, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Amy shouted, "I want to be a dentist." The magician invited Amy to reach inside his hat. Amy dug deep, then deeper, until she found something. It's a book," Amy shouted. The magician asked, "What is your book about?" "My book's about teeth, cleaning teeth and fixing teeth and x-rays." Right away, like magic, Amy saw herself holding dental tools, a toothbrush, and a rinsing cup. But in the library, where everyone could see, Amy was hugging her book and smiling. Matt had been watching closely. After seeing Amy's magic, he wondered, what else is in that hat? He called out, "I want to be a famous football player." And so, the magician offered Matt his hat. "Let's see what magic you can find inside." Matt reached in, way down. There was something that couldn't fit into just one hand. Matt plunged both hands into the hat and pulled. It's a book about football. It even has my name on it. All at once, like magic, Matt was on the field, running, tackling, catching, punting, sometimes fumbling, sometimes falling, and lots of times winning. Ryan called out from the back of the crowd, "Wait a second, this is not magic." Amy's and Matt's parents must have told the magician what they want to be when they grow up. The magician asked Ryan, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" This was Ryan's chance to prove that the magician was a fake. He snickered and said, "A doll." The magician asked Ryan to reach into his magical hat. Ryan said, "I can't feel anything." Sometimes you must really reach and stretch for what you want to be. That's part of the magic. Ryan reached deeper and deeper until his fingers grabbed onto something. He clutched a beautiful book that had nothing to do with dogs. Its pages were filled with letters and paintings and photos and fold-outs, stars, planets, rocket ships. Ryan had always dreamed of becoming an astronaut and exploring the wide open sky, hurling to outer space and zooming to a far-off galaxy. "Whoa," whispered Ryan. "How did you do that?" "I am not doing anything," the magician said. "You are." "I am?" asked Ryan. "Well, there's got to be a secret trick in those books. The desires that are within you bring out the magic in these books. Follow your dreams. They will take you wherever you want to go." The magician turned his hat so everyone could see inside. What are your dreams? That question made all kinds of magic appear. So, just like the characters in the book, we all grow up and we want to be something, right? I'm here today because I want you to understand you can grow up to be whatever you want to be. And reading will help you get to wherever you want to go. Does that make sense? In order to succeed, you have to read. In order to grow up and accomplish all the goals you set for yourself, reading will be very, very important. And I understand that sometimes it can be tough, sometimes it can be boring, but I promise you, it'll always be there to help you accomplish all your goals. Does that make sense? Are you sure? Are you positive? In order to succeed, you have to do what? Okay, I see. You're going to be quiet on me. In order to succeed, you have to do what? And I don't want you ever to forget that, okay? You promise? Pinky promise? Perfect. Thank you for letting me come. Now I want to do one thing before I have to leave. I'd love to get in the middle of everybody and take a picture. Is that okay? I'm going to come sit like right there and feel free to jump on over.
Okay, boys and girls, the last thing we're going to do is Malcolm's favorite cheer. Okay? So we'll let Malcolm count us off. He'll go 1, 2, 3. And then I want all of you to say as loud as you can, read with Malcolm. Okay? So we'll get Malcolm to go 1, 2, 3. So listen.